Okay, so the video was great of the police officer. I do struggle with free speech a lot on campuses. It's more often than you'd expect, but this was especially bad. It was a premeditated event where there were like 5 or 6 police officers, and they sent like the 3 new guys to go out and write me a ticket. So I think it was very premeditated, and I'm very disappointed that there's no free speech at University of Texas. So that's got to change. So keep writing into the chief of police, and we're going to get this policy changed together.
Josh had just started, hadn't been preaching very long. The kids crossed the street, and pretty soon here they came to cite him. Now after it was all over, we never saw them again. They all left. Prearranged thing just to sort of catch us as we came out. What is that time frame?
Here I am with my ticket right here. It says, witnesses stated she was offended by words used while speaking. So that's what it says right here. So let me know if you think this is okay. The department will use this opportunity to remind us all of the importance of safeguarding all people's constitutional rights, of which UTPD is fully committed and obligated to defend.
I would challenge Chief Carter to see that this campus is open up for free speech. We believe we have a constitutional right to speak freely on campus without any hindrance from the authorities. We do not believe we should be limited to off-campus preaching. Hello, I'm Jed Smock, president and founder of the Campus Ministry USA. We preach on college and university campuses across this country, 5 hours a day, 5 days a week, on some campus somewhere. Most campuses have a free speech policy. Unfortunately, the University of Texas. This is my intern, Joshua, and he's going to tell you what happened at the University of Texas just the other day.
Yes, so we're out preaching. I was only preaching for maybe 5 to 20 minutes. And there's a girl who got offended, and she called the police and said, oh, there's someone offending me. So the police came out. They had a circle of police counseling each other. Hey, what should we do about this? And since we were on public sidewalk, we were kind of out of their jurisdiction. But they made up an excuse and said, hey, since these students are crossing, these students belong to us, so we can't have our students being offended on the public space.
When Jesse Morrell, founder of Open Air Outreach, heard of this incident, he immediately wrote the chief of police of the University of Texas. I will read to you his letter. Please, this is the most outrageous violation of free speech I've ever seen, and it happened at UT Austin. I preach at UT Austin a few times a year, and I have a situation like this with the police. I will follow a lawsuit against the police department. I've done lawsuits all over the country and have won every single one. Said it is against the law to offend someone. You need to educate your officers about constitutional rights and freedom of speech. The First Amendment protects offensive speech. That's its purpose. I am encouraging my friends who filmed this video to pursue a lawsuit against the police in the city for the sake of the good of the public. Constitutional violations like this are intolerable. As the chief, you need to correct the problem.
This is the police chief's response to Jesse Morrell. Dear Mr. Morrell, thank you for bringing this matter to our attention. UTPD is committed to upholding and defending the constitutional rights of all. I don't currently have details of this incident. However, members of my command staff will look into the matter and get back to you shortly. Regards, David Carter.
Contacted free speech lawyer James Ellsman, and he wrote the following letter to the chief. Dear Chief Carter and Consul Ohlendorf, it is with great respect that I address all, as I was once in the state's Attorney General's office. I am a constitutional lawyer. I represent Joshua Borchert, who was arrested yesterday for preaching outside the university property on the public way, i.e., some unknown person was offended or pretended to be, so that they got the preacher in trouble. He is a Christian preacher who tries to tame the students down to be law-abiding. He is a Christian preacher who tries to tame the students down to be law-abiding. same job as yours, no? And was discussing the dangers of college STDs and warned the students about the dangers of misplacing the penis and the anus. Something like that. Mr. Borchert has it all on his iPhone, and I think Jesse Morrell sent you such already for your viewing pleasure. I wish to discuss two major issues with you all. One, your university of reputed greatness has no free speech area within the confines, and preachers or other speakers must go to the public sidewalk. This is clearly unconstitutional and will be challenged at a great loss of face to your university. Two, the dismissal of Mr. Borchert's ticket so he can leave campus and go on to other campi, not having to challenge this in court, as we have respect for the officers involved. I do not wish to ensnare the U in a case that could go all the way to the Supremes, where I have been twice before. I would humbly suggest that Consul Ohlendorf agree to meet with these men on issue 1 and work out something comfortable to each, i.e. an area of free speech without disturbing classes. Issue 2, could you just agree to cancel the petty ticket in this case and let us reason together, as your great Lyndon used to say, quoting from Isaiah the prophet? It seems a small matter to your heavy concern in these days of lawlessness and cop-hating. While you must keep the peace from radical Islam and others who would cause mayhem, we are rooting for you, please. If you grant such grace, such will be forgotten, and the preachers will leave for their next campus, as they are itinerant. Indeed, your other officers did not issue tickets for the same offensive speech at the same locale. Respectively, James Leonard Ellsman, J.D. 1 Timothy 2:1 commands that we pray daily for all place and those in authority. We try our best to do such, at the same time not surrendering our constitutional rights of free speech.
Okay, this is the police chief's kind response to me. It says, the University of Texas at Austin Police Department chain of command has fully reviewed the incident brought to our attention this morning and has determined that the disorderly conduct citation issued did not meet the intent and requirements of the law, and as such, the citation has been voided. Our review further showed that the officer in training responded to a call for service in good faith and with respect to all parties involved, including the person wishing to file charges as well as those being accused. The department will use this opportunity to remind us all of the importance of safeguarding all people's constitutional rights, of which UTPD is fully committed and obligated to defend. Currently, command staff has a call into the individual who received the citation to let him know that no action or court appearance is needed on his part. The parole captain, Captain Gonzalez, is awaiting his return call to clarify. Furthermore, a letter will be forwarded to the address given by the individual receiving the citation as well. Again, thank you for bringing this to our attention. Regards, David Carter, Chief of Police.
We have free speech on campuses all over the state of Texas. We've spoken at Stephen F. Austin, at the University of Union, the University of Houston. We have spoken at Sam Houston State University, Texas State in San Marcos, and of course Texas A&M. So I want to know, why does not the University of Texas have free speech?